let's take our correspondent in Oka. Nnamdi Odipo is there waiting for us to give us an update. It's better to be live on the ground and see what is happening, even though it's still early in the day. But for election purposes, it cannot be early. There are activities taking place. Nnamdi, let's hear you.
Thank you so much, and good morning to you, your guests and Nigerians watching us this morning. Of course, we've had to move our studio, our makeshift studio, here to the State Coalition Center, which of course is the state headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC in Oka. Well, you played back the briefing by the resident electoral commissioner where he made reference to the build-up to the final collation of results, which will climb us here at the state's INEC headquarters, and that activities will commence formally at 10 a.m. We do have an idea now that results have been uploaded onto INEC electronics portal, the online portal, and from the words, it gives us an idea that the exercise is in progress. We do know that coalition will begin at the registration areas and then move on to local governments before moving. Attention would then shift to INEC State Headquarters, which is the State Coalition Center, Femi. But we're up bright and early. As usual, we expect that when our attention shifts here and move here, we will be on top of it. As usual, of course, again, it's been quite a progressive exercise. There were challenges, like he also mentioned in the briefing yesterday, and what INEC did was to harvest data from their centers, from their staff on the ground, and from these they've been able to reach a decision that that the exercise has been quite progressive, like they said, and that coalition will formally begin this morning, Femi.
The state coalition begins. What are the processes that the local government and all that would build up to the state coalition?
But of course, Femi, at the ward levels, at the polling unit level, these results were written, signed by party representatives, or electronically uploaded to the electronic platform, INEC's electronic platform, at which point activities moved from there to the registration areas, and then at that level coalition would ensue, and party representatives and agents, of course, would have to endorse it. Again, at that level, it would then be uploaded to INEC electronic platform. From there, I think it would move to the local government level. Again, it will go through the same process, and from then it would eventually move here to the state's coalition center. And of course, we expect there are 21 local government areas, and we expect that these results will be coming in from the 21 local government areas down here and will be announced as they arrive.
You see, Nnamdi, some people are so impressed about the peaceful conduct of this election so far that I think it's a cautious reception that they are giving it. Some of us still have our breaths held up.
I can imagine what you mean.
Yes. Now, tell us what is happening on Sunday morning,
a couple of days ago, and we've kept saying that the election was going to seem anticlimactic. Sorry, Femi, were you saying something? Please go ahead.
Yes, I was saying, just give us a picture of the atmosphere on a Sunday morning now.
Okay, great. It's a near perfect morning, Femi, I dare say. We had some slight showers of rain, but that has since stopped. It's bright. It's a sunny day. It's calm. It took us a couple of say about 20 minutes to drive from our hotel where we're based down to the state INEC State Headquarters. The roads are busy. It's a Sunday morning. There are predominantly Christians here. That means, and predominantly Catholics, I dare say. I'm not so sure, but I've had to spend some time here. So I have an idea that Anambra people are predominantly Catholics. So, and they begin their mass sometime around 5:30 a.m. and 6. So what it then means is that you see people going to the churches as early as 5 a.m. So we could, even though we had not left our hotel at the time, but you could hear the sound of Awka, the city center where we are, waking up to a Sunday morning. And of course, as at the time we left the hotel and started heading this way, where we met people, families going to church, some walking, some in their cars. Public transportation is up, and people are moving about. It's still calm. The peace is, well, you can still feel the peace, like literally feel the calm, I mean. So it may not be a perfect day, but it's a near perfect day if you ask me. That's my opinion. Morning, I'd like to say.
We will still have more time to talk about this, Nnamdi, but this is one of the reasons why in some areas, people say Nigeria defies statistics. We don't follow predictions. When things are predicted, when there is a lull in banking and there's a financial failure, the Nigerian atmosphere is a little different. So what is it that has turned things around 360 degrees in Anambra to make us heave this sigh of relief? Is it the people? Is it the massive deployment of military? Is it that the politicians themselves really truly want peace? What is it that has made it so different from what we thought last week? When you were leaving for Awka, we all were sympathizing with you.
Femi, well, let me quickly say, I even got some colleagues of mine call on the phone and pray. I mean, and prayed for the entire crew. They were quite anxious and concerned about our welfare and our security. But of course, it also applied to other of our colleagues and, from other media outlets. And not just that, families who had persons, concerned or related or, working or playing one role or the other in the Anambra elections also had their fears. But it was quite widespread. People were concerned. And in the build-up to the exercise, there were fears. There were incidents, there were breakouts, and we recorded a couple of issues, and a lot of people, the government was concerned, of course, the federal government was concerned, the state government was concerned, civil society groups were concerned, the media, of course, was also concerned, and so I think for what we've seen, the police, of course, was also concerned. It's an amalgam. I would say, my reporter's guess would be that it's an amalgam of various factors that have played out to make this election as peaceful and as calm as we've seen. Of course, there's the peace pact signed by political parties as well, endorsing the need and imperative for peace. Of course, there's also the role played by Anambra people themselves. I mean, who would want trouble? Who would want to fight? Who would want to kill their brother or sister or stop a process that would benefit the generality of the state? So I think it's an amalgam of both the adequate security measures being put in place by the police and, of course, with support from sister agencies, even though we know that the police pioneered the process and drove the process. The civil society also did some community mobilization. The churches, of course, the religious leaders, traditional leaders. So I think it's an amalgam of various influences coming together and reaching a consensus that this election needs to work, that it needs to hold, that the people deserve a process that is transparent, that is credible, that they need to choose a leader that they have endorsed, collectively endorsed. And we're seeing that play out. We've not gotten to a climax yet. We're hoping that it gets to a successful climax and that the peace and calmness that we've seen play out from I mean, not just yesterday, from the days leading to yesterday, will carry, and then we'll see it culminate successfully, Femi.
soon, because we have Ezenwa Owagu joining us by Zoom, so we'll be taking him in a moment. But before I let you go, please give us your comment about this major area of hiccup. What is it about the beavers? It's an anti-climax for us. A lot of Nigerians are excited that INEC is bringing in more and more technology only for us to see this. Is it a network issue or a technical issue with those machines?
I mean, I'm not the expert here, but I expect that INEC would have done a very quick appraisal of what transpired and played out in most parts of the state yesterday. I expect that their technicians and ICT experts would have done a quick study of some of the issues raised and concerns raised. We did bring you visuals yesterday of the Minister of Labour trying to cast his vote, and you saw, Nigerians saw what happened. We have reports of a similar incident playing out with the candidates of the governorship candidates of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, and of course some other candidates as well. We have reports from people complaining about the process as well. I do expect that even though INEC said, according to some of the data that they've already harvested, that they were quick to respond to the issue, I expect that they have something in play already to forestall future reoccurrence, and it's a process that is new to us. It's commendable. It's something we're all happy about. Nigerians generally, now I'm not just speaking as a journalist, we want to grow our democracy, and part of that is having a process that ensures transparency and that fosters credibility. So this is INEC going in the right direction. We wouldn't want challenges that will stall the progress being made. So I expect that by now, INEC has a very fair, significant idea of what happened, and that they already have strategies in place to check or stop or curb future reoccurrence. Of course, we know how the card reader initiative started when it started, and we know of some of the challenges that ensued at the time. For everything that is new, we expect that there will be challenges. So, but we also do expect that we'll make significant progress or substantial success. If INEC says that has been recorded, I think we'll take them by their word, and we'll see how it plays out in the next couple of days, and we'll see reactions also come in. Of course, we expect that INEC will have a post-mortem after this exercise, and we'll see what they say to that issue as well.
Thank you much, Nnamdi. Good morning to you, and because I know you will come again and again today, at least until we have the final results. Thank you very much, and we'll join you again later. For now,